Hi guys, this is Darko, and next to me is Panasonic TV from 2018 featuring updated My Home Screen 3.0 Smart TV platform. So in this video I will give you an overview of the platform, show you what's new, what's improved, talk about connectivity, apps, overall speed and so on. So let's get started. Panasonic introduced My Home Screen 1.0 5 years ago. In 2015, they updated the platform to Firefox OS, which was actually My Home Screen 2.0, and it offered circles which represented apps, inputs, bookmarks, and so on at the center of the screen. This year, Panasonic updated this My Home Screen 2.0 with new home menu, and this is the major change compared to previous version. So if I press Home button on the remote, you see circles similar to the ones but just smaller and move to the bottom here along the bottom edge, and they represent different locations, home server, USB, different apps, inputs, and even bookmarks. So this is kind of unique layout which Panasonic offers. And what you can do, just like in previous version, you can arrange these circles in a way that you press Option and then select Move. And if you use, for example, certain web page often, you can put it on the first place. So if I go back and turn on Home menu, you see that this app is now on first position. In this case, this is a web browser. So even though Panasonic is no longer calling its platform Firefox OS, it's still having this old version of Firefox OS. And you will notice this, for example, if I go to another tab with blue button, here if I open a new tab and go to Twitter, for example, you will see that you are on Twitter mobile because you are using an old version of Firefox. So still Panasonic kept some aspects of Firefox OS platform. Now let me go back to Home menu. Here, as you can see, I have some video on demand apps: YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon Prime Video. These are apps which I'm actually using. What I can say, what is good thing is that transition from one app to the other is really seamless and fast. For example, Netflix, you have dedicated button on the remote. When I press this button, I will jump right to Netflix. If I want to go to YouTube, I just press Home and open YouTube, and it will continue with the last video I was viewing. Now, if I want to go back to Netflix, I can do this really quickly. There is another way to jump quickly from one app to the other, and that is using My App button on the remote. So in the last row on the left you see My App, which was introduced actually last year on 2017 models. And this is custom button, so I can append any app I want. In this case I have YouTube on this button. If I press My App, you see I'm back on YouTube. So it's really easy, and I will show you how you can customize this option. So you need to go to Home, and then you go all the way to Apps. And here you see different apps available, but on YouTube app you see this arrow, and this is actually My App shortcut. So now if I want to change this button, all I need to do is go to some other app like this one, press Option on the remote and say Set as My App and confirm this. So now if I jump to Netflix and then I press My App button, I will go to this app which I selected. And as you can see, speed is really good. Panasonic kept same high performance like it was on previous generation, but they added also another item. So I will jump now to YouTube to have more uniform background and press Home again. So what they also did in a way to customize this home menu is that they added different sets here, different rows. So first row are these icons. If I go down, I will have YouTube line with ability to open YouTube app or to select some recommended videos. If I go further down, you will get this search bar where you see last search results I used, and I can also use app on my phone to do voice search, and it will keep these selections here. Next is live TV. So here you see on different channels what is current program. This is feedback it gets from EPG. And then this one is for recorded TV. So TV offers ability to record live TV on a dedicated hard drive, which needs to be formatted and can only play and store videos recorded on this unit. If you unplug that hard drive and connect it to the same TV, same model, it will not work. And the same, of course, works in case if you connect it to a PC. So you will need to reformat that drive again to be able to use it on other devices. Finally, there is this tool button here, which allows you to play with settings for each tab. So you see, these are all tabs which I've just shown, and they offer different icons. First one is this rocket, which represents which will be home tab. In this case, I have this main one selected. If I want to make YouTube my home tab, I just change the icon here. I can also change arrangement of apps, so I can move certain tabs up and down, and I can also hide certain tabs. For example, I'm not using live TV or recording, so I can change this eye icon, and I will do now this for these two. So if I go back and press home, you see that YouTube tab is shown, and if I scroll down, I have only settings and this main home screen. There's also this option to disable auto pin. What this means is that apps you use often will appear on home screen automatically. But if you don't want TV to do this, you can disable it with this option. So now if I go back and change to make this tab my home one, as you can see, it works flawlessly. I can now show you different apps available in App Store. So to access App Store, I go to Apps and go to Apps Market. Unfortunately, this is the area where Panasonic did not really attract developers to come and offer a really wide variety of apps, for example, like Samsung is doing with Tizen OS. And what you will also notice, and now I'm coming to this part, apart from different home menu in version 3.0, everything else is the same. So more or less same apps, same layout in terms of visual animations and so on. And if I jump to, for example, settings menu, you will see a familiar site. So you see that everything remained the same. So you have this connected menus, so I can quickly jump from one to the other, which is sometimes a good and sometimes not so good thing, but anyway, all settings menu, everything regarding software update, Bluetooth connectivity and special features are available in this old archaic menus. Another thing to notice is that still complete interface is in full HD resolution, upscaled to UHD native resolution of this panel. So you will see jagged edges along these circles, but this is the same as other manufacturers are doing, so you'll get the same on LG's WebOS or Samsung's Tizen OS platform. So nothing new in that aspect. Regarding video on demand apps like Netflix, for example, you will be able to get HDR UHD resolution with wide color gamut, and in terms of playback and ability to adjust picture options, everything is really top notch. So I covered this in my separate video, but for this one I can say that really it was a really pleasant experience using the app, jumping from one to the other, and in this aspect I don't have any complaints. Now I will show you live TV a bit, and again, when I go to live TV, you see that we still have same menus, and EPG is also really from bygone days. I will open it right now, just need to find it. It's guide button, so on the remote. So here you have different options. You can jump 24 hours in front, you can search, you can use this category search and so on. Let's now talk about Bluetooth connectivities. So if you saw my home screen 2.0 video, you probably remember that Bluetooth connectivity was not working at all. What I can report this year is that Panasonic did something to improve this, so I had no issue to connect this external Bluetooth speaker or Apple AirPods, and sound was really precise without any delay. I was able to watch UHD HDR content and it would stream without any issue. So regarding Bluetooth connectivity, you have it here in setup menu. And here if I go to devices, I will now turn on this one. And you see it's connected.
Veslanje je u stvari prirodni pokret kada prilagodiš tijelo činjenici da se kreće unatrag. Jer mi se krećemo unatrag. Znači čamac u jednom trenutku se kreće u drugom smjeru od tijela.
Okay, I will now start this YouTube video just to maybe some with voice or something like that. Just to demonstrate that it's really working seamless. Yes, so one thing which is not seamless is if you have external audio system connected to this TV. So in this case, I have HDMI 2 port connected to AV receiver. And when you do that, you will get this speaker selection where you can switch between TV, built-in speakers, or home cinema. So in this case, what I did, I had a Bluetooth device connected and it was streaming sound. However, this relationship between Bluetooth settings and sound settings is not perfect. So you need to switch to speaker selection TV, and then you can adjust volume of Bluetooth device. So you can adjust volume using remote, but also on the device itself if that device has these controls. Okay, now I will disconnect Bluetooth. Okay, and now I will just switch to external speakers. And again, if I use remote, it will communicate with receiver. And sound quality is really night and day. Built-in speakers, okay, for watching news and talk shows, but for everything else, I highly recommend to connect external audio system. In this case, I have just stereo system and it works really well, and AV receiver was maybe 200 euros. But now I have everything really nicely connected and get audio and video experience at really high level. Another thing which I need to show you is how quick TV is to come out of standby. So I will now turn it off, and you just heard AV receiver also being turned off via HDMI connection. So now if I turn it on again, you will see it will take less than 5 seconds and TV will continue on with the input it was when it was turned off. So in this case I was on YouTube, it will just carry on with video playback, which is really cool function. You can also connect USB keyboard and mouse. However, integration is not perfect, so in many menus you won't be able to use keyboard, for example. It will work in web browser. Same goes for mouse. You can open this basic menu, but that's all you can do. From there on you need to use ideally remote control. You can use Panasonic's TV Remote 2 app to control the TV. That's alternative to using remote. This app allows you to turn on and off the TV if needed. You can also use touch screen to control pointer on the screen. You can send text to certain apps. You can open different apps. For example, if I press Netflix, I'm in Netflix. If I select, for example, YouTube, it will jump to YouTube. And you can also swipe and share, so you can send content from the phone to the TV, and you can send live TV to the phone. So let's see, if I select Tuner DVB and select from my favorites list some program, let's see, I got an error. And from my experience, I think this is because I'm right now in YouTube app, so this is causing some issues. But if I press this, if I go to live TV here, let's see if I'll be able to stream it now. Yes, so live TV, it says it's on RTL2, so I should be able to stream it. And yes, I have picture, I also have sound. Now let me just see if I can send something from my phone to the TV. So I will select photo, all photos, and let's send, for example, this one. I need to drag it like this. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, it can work. Sometimes it will crash, sometimes it will work. In general, you have this flexibility also. With that being said, with this photo of character from Warcraft, I would like to thank you for watching this video. I demonstrated many aspects of this TV, and I hope that you get a feeling of how My Home Screen 3.0 works. I'm sure that some of you will ask, okay, will this update come to my 2017 TV? From what I know, the answer is negative, and this is usual practice that small updates, no matter how small, in this case just this home menu, what is updated, is exclusively available to the current line of TVs. Unfortunately, that's reality for reviewers, for us who are testing TVs and showing what's new. We need to emphasize that. Hopefully manufacturers will one day improve this because these are no major changes, but it offers something new, more flexibility to user, and more value for our money. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you like this content, and I'll see you soon in some other video. Bye!